Welcome back to another, is this my camera?
Oh, Lord.
Welcome back to another episode of That's My Ride. With my ride, this bus to my right. Esther, now you just flew in, correct?
And boy, are my arms tired.
We'll be right back.
Psych.
Oh, I was going to cut to our theme song.
Oh.
I
We don't have a theme.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, okay.
Didn't I send it to you?
No.
Fuck, I don't have it on me, but it goes a little like this. Do-do-do, do-do-do. Do you want to have a time with Rick and Esther?
I can't handle you right now.
We could call it.
No, but in all seriousness, welcome to Rick and Esther Have a New York Time.
I was thinking more Rick and Esther Have a Time. In New York. And the new and the York smash.
That's fine. All
Perfect.
of those work for me.
We'll make sure to get that taken care of then.
Okay. You're like, you know what's crazy? I never know what Rick I'm going to get.
Like from Forrest Gump.
No.
Rick is like a box of chocolates.
Like, it's actually something that people, I feel like, say a lot about women. Like, we have different moods and, like, you don't know which one. I feel like you have that.
Yeah.
And since you recently revealed you have, like, hormonal stuff.
To you, not to the world. What are you doing, Esther?
No, it was on Trash Tuesday. You said it.
Okay.
I'm like, do you have some sort of, like, feminine cycle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Once a month, I shit my pants and I forget how to do, multiplication. But the other days, cool as a cucumber, which, by the way, I used that other day to shove in my pussy. We'll be right back.
Okay.
Hey, Esther, I'm just in a really good, fun mood right now, and I could see that remind me your AIM name. Is it Skater Girl 23? Yes!
No, it was Hot Girl 72.
No, but you're dressed like those,
Like what?
Like where's your chain wallet?
Oh, that's a good idea. That would really throw this outfit together.
Oh, yeah.
What about your outfit?
My outfit represents two things. First, it represents comfort. And by the way, this is in order. And this is for all my outfits unless I'm going to a job. Comfort and breathability. And that's why I like bird dogs. Hi, my name's Rick GLASSMAN from the Rick and Esther Have a Time podcast. And sometimes I put on a pair of shorts and I go, well, fuck, my cock's too big. Oh, missed. So I get bird dogs.
No, can we be serious though?
Yes.
Okay.
Now's the time.
Okay, I'm serious.
Oh.
Should we acknowledge that you're high, or is that like a secret?
We have no secrets.
We don't.
Not to our Mad Hatters. That's what I think I'm liking our
Oh,
fan
Mad
name.
Hatters.
That's what I'm thinking about.
Side note, this is our first time recording since we've released.
Yes, Esther took a shit for the first time in 6 weeks. And this is our first time sharing one of these since her release. Go on. Or are you talking about when you got released from ho-ho? What's the word called when you go to rehab? Edit it out.
Please keep it in.
I gotta calm down. I feel it.
That's fine. Honestly, it's really a lot hotter in New York than I had anticipated, and I'm not handling it well.
When we do the Rick and Esther Have a Time in New York, and when this hits, there should be like sparks or flames or something because of how hot it is.
Yeah, I just didn't know because I was here in March and April, and it was like beautiful, wintry spring. And
March is usually a little hotter than July.
March?
Yeah.
Say more?
Well, otherwise, what are we talking about?
March is winter.
Right. So it was not as hot then.
Can I just go?
You can. I honestly, if you're okay with posting it, and I'll also concede this, it will be a bad episode and it'll be my fault. But you can leave and I will finish this and we could post it. I could do it.
I'll stay because I have nowhere else to go and I'm in New York by myself and Dave isn't here.
You won't be after this episode airs.
Why?
Well, I guess you'll be back already because people will be like, holy shit, Esther's in New York. I want to take her out for a show. I want to go meet her. I want to go like take a dance class with her, teach her a choreography that I've.
Why are you just like that's my dream?
I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like
my dreams will come true.
If you said, do a commercial, pretend that this is live and you want friends tomorrow.
Okay.
Speak to them.
Hey guys, it's me, Esther, and I've just landed in New York City and I love it here. I'm basic and I love the big city and I will be here the rest of the month. And if you want to get a coffee, take a walk. Those are the only 2 things I know how to do. And those are my only 2 interests. So I'll see you there.
Okay. Oh, we have our first caller. Hello?
Hi.
Oh my God. Is this really Esther?
It is. Yeah, wait. Hi. Oh my God. How are you? Who are you?
Oh, I am slimy as all could be because I'm your biggest slug.
Oh, thank you. I love my slugs.
So I'm surprised I'm nervous right now.
Wait, don't be nervous. I'm nervous.
I watch you every week.
Is this Mickey Mouse?
People say that all the time. I have a very high-pitched voice, but when I sing, oddly, it doesn't sound as high. But anyway, tell me, Esther, what's your favorite style of dance?
I like ballet and jazz and tap. Will you sing me a song?
I don't know, I guess, but only if you dance to it.
Okay.
Yeah, right. Wait a minute. You're really gonna dance to my song?
I will.
Okay.
I'm waiting.
Oh, say, can you see? Wait, can you think of a better song? I know one.
Okay.
My name's West, Jim West. Desperado, Rough Rider. Nope, I don't want nada. None of this. A 6-gun in this, brother running this. Buffalo soldier, look, it's like I told you. Any damsel that's in distress, be out of that mess once you meet Jim West.
Can we start this?
Roughnecks who...
Can we start this episode over? Can we start this episode
Roughnecks who
over?
go check the law and abide. Watch your step, more flex. Get a hold of your pride. Side. Swallow your pride. Don't let your hip react. You don't want to see my hand where my hip be at with Artemis from the start of this front of the game. James West, Tame of the West. So remember the name. Now who you gonna call? Not the bad guys, not the Bee Gees. Anyway, that's from Pursuit of Happiness or something like that.
Okay, well, it was really nice to meet you.
What's your bra size?
Wait, why?
Psych, peace, Esther. Nice meeting you. That was cool.
Yeah, no, that was really cool.
I wonder if I have a commercial, if anybody would call and want to hang out with me.
Okay, try it.
What's up, New York? It's your boy Rick, and I'm here for a couple weeks doing not much. I mean, my girlfriend's in town, but she's working all the time. And during the afternoons, I got some free time. I'm looking for some bros or some chicks, as long as they're gay or they're married. And I got to ask my girl. So maybe it's best if it's a guy. But he can't be gay.
Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey. Damn, you sound hot. What's your name?
I'm...
Hey, babe, I'm talking to my, some girl who called.
It's me, Dilbert. I think you're so cool, Rick.
What up, Dilbert?
Not much. I'm just sitting here in my room looking out at the night sky.
Oh, no shit. Where do you live?
New York City.
Oh, I'm in LA. Yes. It's only 7 p.m. here.
Oh, I thought your commercial said you were in New York.
You got me. Forgot about that. Dilbert, what up? Dark as shit.
What's dark?
I'm saying it's dark out.
Okay.
So what's up, Dilbert?
Will you be my best friend?
Shit, I don't know. Maybe I'll meet you.
I'm a goblin, a glassman bopper, if you will.
Oh, no shit. What's your favorite episode? That was Dilbert. We had to end the call because Dilbert called me a Jewish slur. So we can take another call.
No, I think we're done with calls.
Okay.
But why don't you tell me how your time has been in New York? How have you been handling the heat? What have you been up to?
It's a good question. Well, air conditioning in the place. And then I put on sunblock and wear a hat and walk around. And if I get sweaty, I thank the heavens that my body has a means to lower its body temperature.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really sweat a lot. I do worry about the toxins building up.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that.
Yeah. Even here with the heat, I'm just not quite perspiring the way I wish I was.
Have you got that checked out?
No. I wonder...
Have you tried poking your body with needles?
Is that something that would work?
You could help. It helps open up your pores for sweats. You're supposed to poke your body with a whole bunch of needles.
Is that legally medical advice?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What do you mean by legally medical advice? I may actually be misunderstanding.
What I mean is, like, would you go on the record as, like, you're legally giving me medical advice so that if I do it and then I hurt myself and then I could sue you?
Why would you sue me? Because you're sweating now? I guess I'll be sweating in the courtroom now. Touche. Then no, it's not advice.
And this...
Then poke your body with needles so you could sweat more.
And this is a commercial for Dr. GLASSMAN. He's the greatest dentist in the tri-state area.
Did you prepare any more questions?
No, I actually do have something serious to bring up again.
Okay.
But I'm a little nervous about bringing it up because I just don't know what you'll be like.
It's fair. I could fly off the handle at any minute.
Yeah. Okay. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Mm-hmm. I'm just happy you're reading again.
Oh. What was a web page?
Whatever it is.
With images.
Way to tank that joke. That was my reading bit. It never messes up. I've literally done that joke just this time, but I thought that's in. Let's keep going. It's a nice little thing. Might be a comment, just a little throwaway. And you're like, no, don't throw this away. Let's talk about that. It's like, oh. Can't breathe out for too long. But so you're reading
No. Okay, so in all seriousness, I went to a 4th of July party.
Oh, nice. Sick.
Yeah. And I actually went to the same 4th of July party that you went to.
Nice.
Yeah. I got there hours and hours after you and you had already left.
I left pretty late. I left at like 9 p.m.
I think I got there at like 9:30.
2 ships in a night, Esther.
Yeah. So anyways.
That's what I call your butt cheeks when it's dark out and or covered in poop. Go ahead.
Anyways.
Butts are ships. Their
legs
really are a little like, because posture, 2 ships passing.
I don't know if I follow that, but.
It wasn't good.
No, it's beautiful.
Thank you.
I was having a conversation with the host of that party.
Nice.
And you came up.
I'm sure whatever you're about to say is going to be something lovely. Go ahead.
So it might be.
Oh.
I didn't know this, but you and him go way back.
Uh-huh.
And he told me that he did UCB improv with you.
That's right.
And he said that you were really bad.
Well, I'm glad I've gotten better. And if I haven't, and I'm outshining you this much, imagine what would happen if you took a class.
I was surprised to hear that, though. I was like, I literally assumed that you were really good, but he actually said that you were bad.
I just started. Well, I don't remember being bad, but also I don't really remember being good. He was. I mean, I don't know why this would be a secret thing.
No, it doesn't.
It's Adam Devine.
Yeah.
He had just sold Workaholics, but it hadn't come out yet. So people didn't know who he was. I'd never heard of him. And I was in class with him and I was just starting to do this. I think this was actually my second class I took. But I remember thinking like, this guy is unbelievably funny. Oh,
really?
No, he was so funny. Yeah. I don't remember much from that class other than that. I just remember like, this guy is funny. And then I found out he does stand up and I had only been doing it for a little bit. I'm like, whoa, cool. And he was hosting at the Improv all the time.
He said that he gave you advice to start stand up. Is that true?
I was doing improv and stand up at the time. And I was back and forth. Like I could only focus on one of them really. And I liked improv more, but improv, you have to have a troupe. There's not that many shows. That's why I ended up starting that practice one then, because I'm like, so I decided I'm going to focus on stand-up, but I still missed improv. So that's why I started that improv troupe at the Comedy Store.
Well, I have the same issue where I did improv in Chicago and then I moved to LA and I didn't have friends. And so that's why I started stand-up. But I thought all this time that you had known Adam through stand-up, but he actually, like, you knew him before and he said that he thought he would probably never see you again after the UCB class. So he was like really surprised, that you got the hang of it, I guess.
Cool.
Yeah. Do you have a subject to talk about?
I ran into an old friend of yours who said you used to be so ugly and uninteresting, and they thought they would never see you again. But it turns out like they're like, oh, good, I'm glad you've gotten a little bit better. Do you understand what you're saying to me?
I do.
You know, I ran into an ex-boyfriend of yours, and he was talking about how like painful and shitty your pussy is.
What the fuck?
No, but and Dave is obviously, but I'm glad you found another man. That's the story you just told me. And I'm fine with it. But I just want to let you know, I see you.
You don't seem fine with it. You seem agitated.
I was the funniest guy. No, I don't know. I probably sucked. But it's a good thing I came out the other end, huh? You know, I was talking to John Campanelli yesterday.
I heard about this.
I bet you did. I guess our baby boy is not going to come running to his mother when his father finally calls. So I was talking to him and I was doing my thing.
Yeah.
I was like, what up? He's like, what up? He's talking about like, Esther, you know, there's no way she's in Pilates as much as she says. Is she in Pilates 3 days a week? Why does she always hang up and say, I got to call you back, I'm in Pilates? And I'm like, John, are you insecure about everything? But then I remembered something. We all are.
Yeah.
Psych, I'm not.
Oh.
No.
No, I'm not.
Okay, so insecure the way you said that.
I'm not at all.
No, but John is so funny.
I'm really glad to hear you say that because sometimes I feel like I'm the only one who can see him.
Oh, no. He's so funny.
Wait, say more?
You got it. You know, you're like, it's like, you want to hear more about John the same way you want to hear the specials. Where I'm like, hello, my name is Rick, I'll be your server. Today we have an orange. And you're like, say more. And I'm like, I am.
Yeah.
But I could just bring John over now. But what I was thinking is, I think he would be a good guest on this.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, so in all seriousness, like this is no bit.
Oh, well then we have to push the no bit button.
Okay.
Bling, 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 bling.
Okay, so John is one of my best friends and he always wants to be on a podcast, but I like...
Let's not... Also, we'll turn this off. Let's not try to make him look pathetic.
Oh, well...
I mean, he's actually my friend and he's always trying to be on podcasts like it's Saturday Night Live.
But I'm just like nervous of what he would be like. And so I'm being very, very serious and real with you. And I want you to be real with me back. Like, if you are willing to take on the burden of what might possibly happen.
What? I have literally been carrying you through every podcast I've ever done with you.
Okay, that's why I feel safe with you.
At least he could get your arms.
Oh, okay.
I'm not worried about carrying John.
Okay.
I'm just going to be resentful if I'm carrying you the whole time and he's just there being like, can I talk about my Instagram?
Well, because one time in the pandemic, I used to do these live Zooms, and he was playing with this Roger. He was on one of mine, and he was playing with a Roger Rabbit toy, and he wouldn't stop.
Ladies, that's John Campanelli.
Did you know that bed sheets can harbor just as much, if not more, bacteria than a toilet seat? But Miracle Made offers a whole line of self-cleaning, eco-friendly bedding such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters. These sheets are infused with silver that prevent up to 99.7% of bacterial growth, leaving them to stay cleaner and fresh 3 times longer than other sheets. Go to trymiracle.com/haveatime to try Miracle Made sheets today. And whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, you can save over 40%. And if you use our promo code HAVEATIME at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20%. This is a great deal. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/haveatime and use the code HAVEATIME to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/haveatime to treat yourself. Hi guys, it's me, Jeffrey Dahmer. I mean, oops, it's just me, Esther. Can't you tell? Anyways, I do stand-up comedy and I'm on tour and I can't wait to see you guys at my shows. I will be in Boston, Chicago, DC, San Diego, San Jose, Oxnard, and so much more. Get tickets at EstherOnIce.com, and I'm really excited for the Wilbur in Boston. It's coming up soon, and you can get tickets at the link below or EstherOnIce.com. Donut, are you coming with?
I mean, you are, for you know, this is how you treat your best friends. Hold on 1 second. Let me tell you something about John, my best friend. He's a creepy guy that just lingers in the back, and he's desperate to get on a podcast.
No, he's hilarious. He opens for me on the road. He's very funny.
He should be headlining.
He should be headlining.
That's how you sell a friend.
Oh, okay.
Let me watch this. John Campanelli is, not only is he the best looking guy I've ever seen.
Girls really like him.
Seriously, he was an athlete. He probably still is.
I know.
He's funny. Also, he's something that this is a little unusual, especially living in LA. And maybe this is going to be a bad thing, but I just want to be transparent. He's so authentic that you could just trust him. I don't know. It's weird to be around that. And he's funny and he's nice and he's desperate to get on a podcast.
My favorite thing about him, though, is that like I can say anything to him about how I feel about him, whatever, and he can just handle it. And I can say like, John, shut up. I have to go to Pilates. Although it seems like he's having a problem.
No. He was being cute. He was being cute.
Yeah.
It felt more like, because I said, all right, I'm going to go. Oh, no, I said, let me call you back because I had another call. I answered the other call. 3, 4, 5 minutes later, I called him back and he goes, oh, I thought you weren't going to call back. Like a dog that doesn't know where he's getting his next meal. And I said, I'll call you back. He goes, yeah, I didn't know if you meant I'm like, you thought I meant I'll call you back and then in 4 days I'll call you and be like, calling you back. And he's like, no, it's cool. It's just Esther. Esther always has to go. And she's like, she'll call me back. And she goes, I'm going into Pilates. I'm like, there's no way she takes Pilates that much. And I said, John, save it for the podcast. And he said, ha ha ha. And then I said, but wait, what are you talking about? How often do you think she does Pilates? She goes, I mean, that much. She hangs up with me. She's got to be doing Pilates 3 times a day. By the way, I'm confident that was all word for word. Yeah, I would love to get him on.
This is a lot of talk about someone the audience may not really know.
Oh, they probably looked him up. He said something. He said something. Okay. I was just tired and in a little bit of a tired mood. Do I walk around for a while? Do I go back to my girl's place? Do I get something to eat? And I called John just to see where he's at. And he's like, upbeat, hey man. And I go, hey, what's up, John? He's like, oh, not much. What are you up to? And I said, where I am and where are you? And he was far away. He's like, I'm coming down to Brooklyn for a show so I could come down. I'm like, but it would be an hour and I'm just in a little bit of a mood. And then as soon as he said that, he felt permission. He goes, yeah, I'm in a little bit of a mood too. I said, what's the matter, John? He goes, I posted this video on Instagram that I thought was really good. Also, mark this moment. I gotta ask if this is okay. I don't know why it wouldn't be, but it's a very vulnerable thing that he's arrested me, kind of, the way he felt. And he goes, I put all this work into it. I thought it was going to be really good. And like, nobody's watching it. I'm losing followers. But he said it like, like he worked all day making cookies for the office. And I go in, nobody liked the cookies. People didn't even want to be my friend anymore. Like, it was like so. And I'm like, yeah, man, that does suck, huh? And he goes, yeah. And it was just so genuine. It was just so like, yeah, it's just like, I don't know. Sometimes I'm just feeling literally like I'm doing well, and then sometimes it's not. And I'm like, how about you come on the pod, John?
It was all an act to get.
Yeah, he's gonna come out. He's gonna get a new suit. Clip just went gangbusters. But yeah, he's such a. I remember with DeWalt we talked about this too, because like when you first I was figuring him out while he was figuring himself out too, for how long we've known each other, Yeah. And like, he would get so sensitive and like his feelings so hurt when he was mad and angry at you about it. And like, oh, really? Like a jealous girlfriend. Like, oh, really? You're just gonna, and no, that's fine. You do shows and you didn't bring me. It's like, what are you talking about? That stuff. But what I learned was all you have to do is be like, yeah, we went with them. And he'd be like, okay. Like he just wants to be acknowledged.
Yes, you're articulating it so well. What I love about him. Yeah, he'll be like, where were you? Who were you with?
Yeah, question. So what were you doing? What were you doing?
Yeah, I'll be like, I was hanging with my friends at their house. Like, shut up.
Okay, yeah, cool. What were you doing? Was it fun? That he's just like interested. So like there's this very, very thin layer of what seems like confrontation, what very much probably could be and has turned into. But don't take the bait, ladies. Okay? Just go, oh, it's okay, bud. He's a dog and that has been watching you eat these delicious treats all night. Just give him a treat.
One time.
Pat him on the head.
One time for my 30th birthday.
30th? I thought you were like 22.
Yeah, I am. But in a different life, I was 30. And I had a 30th birthday party, and I made this poster board, and it had like pictures of me and all my friends on it, right? And
I'm sorry, I just thought of something very interesting.
what?
Never mind. I'll remember. Go ahead.
No, go please.
No, it's you're not gonna like it.
Okay. Do you want to say it?
Kind of a play on words, how like figured you were on it because you like the poster child for being bored, and it was gonna be poster board. It wouldn't be worth it.
Yeah, agreed. And then John came to my 30th birthday, and it just so happens he was the one person I invited who I didn't have a picture of him on the board. And he still brings it up. He's like really upset about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
What do you mean?
Imagine going to your wedding and there's only a groom on the cake and they didn't put your wife on. We'll be right back.
What is this?
That the math adds up. I'm not saying it's a funny joke, but I just need you to understand what I meant.
Okay, I don't understand.
Right. So John shows up to an event that he wanted to be part of, and everybody is pictured except for him.
Yes.
The equivalent would be you at a wedding where you want to be part of it, and on the cake, instead of having the bride and the groom, it only had the groom.
So
joke being one person, you weren't included. Comedy turn, you're the groom. But what I don't like about that joke, and that's antiquated, and that shows my age, is it's making a joke as if to say, oh, if you were the groom, that would be a bad thing. And let me tell you something. I was wrong for that joke.
I just don't understand how that analogy works at all, because it doesn't. Because in that scenario, I'm the bride or the groom. And in the story about John, he is a party attendee.
Right. I was heightening the stakes to where John wanted to feel like he was part of it. That's why it hurt his feelings. So as much as it was your birthday and he was attending, it's coming from the place of John, empathizing with his feelings. I was supposed to be part of this. I feel excluded. So to heighten that would be to exclude a person who obviously should be part of it. And it's such a grand place. That's fair. But the math works.
Should we take some questions from listeners?
Sure. Question number 1. Could we please lower Esther's microphone?
Wait, can I see that?
Yeah, one sec. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, it just went away. My sweet, did you send me? Okay, turn my airdrop on. Of course. So we are taking email submissions at haveatime2. That's TOO. At gmail.com. That's haveatime2 at gmail.com. Send us questions, send us observations, send us in videos, whatever you want. As long as you remember one thing, you have a time. Good. Okay. From Jordan. We should do something. What up, Jordan?
Hi, Jordan, but are we sure people want their identities revealed?
Yeah. Why are they giving us their identities?
Oh, I don't know.
I'll tell you something. If anybody doesn't want their identities received, don't tell me your first and last name. But I think most people would, right?
I guess. Okay.
I remember when I called into the radio and I said, my name's Rick Glassman, and Angry Santa said, what up, Rick? And then I went to school the next day and said, that was me. And everyone's like, no, he only said Rick, not Rick Glassman. Jordan. What's up, sloppy clit and fat cock? Which one's which? I think your fan army should be called the boobs or the boobies. Thoughts? Thanks, Jordan. Although he did say thanks, Jordan. So maybe bleep so when we said it before and now. But moving forward, if you send us your first and last name, we're going to use it. Or say, just use this name. So what do you think? Boobs or boobies? I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't hate
it.
Yeah, I just don't know if I love saying those words often. So thank you so much, Jordan, and you will be in the mail.
Yes, you're going to be in the mail. Much like Esther on her wedding cake.
What do we got?
Somebody wanted to send a picture of this, and they said, open a P.O. box so we could send stuff in to fix her, and they sent us this wonderful tongue scraper.
Oh, I thank you so much. I actually already have a tongue scraper. I use it morning and night. And as I've said before, I do believe the issues that I have are not hygienic. They're more bacterial in the stomach.
Your stomach bacteria you don't consider part of your hygiene? That adds up. Our next question is from Diana. Diana.
You guys, I'm so sorry. I feel like this is just, the vibes are so weird and I'm fully blaming Rick.
I'll take responsibility for that.
Okay.
That one, I could take that.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
Okay, cool. Then I'm happy.
Also, no way, if you are right and vibes are bad, then of course it's me. I don't know if I agree that vibes are bad.
Okay, good.
But if things are good, who cares? Things are good.
Yeah.
If things are bad, my fault.
Great. Okay, cool. That's
Perfect.
Now that's masculinity. Now that's good.
Yeah. Yeah. I ate my first wedding cake. Hi, Esther and Rick. I am known to be super picky with water. Huh. Esther too. I guess technically, at least she drinks it. I think every water brand has different taste. I have a pH level I gravitate towards. I mean, could you be any more Jewish? However, my boyfriend thinks water is water. He says they all taste the time. Probably means same, right? Mm-hmm. Could have been lost in translation with you writing it too. So Esther, Rick, do all waters taste the same or are they different?
This is a great question.
You know what? Let's do a water test.
How?
I guess, what are you going to do, a rain dance?
No, I just want to say to the person that wrote in about the water, you're 100% correct. Water has such a vast variety of taste. That's literally vodka. You just grabbed a vodka.
Don't be such a fucking hard-on. I'll drink the water, you drink the vodka, sugar tits. Let's see which one tastes better, huh? Ooh, you could hear the freshness and the sizzle.
I just read this whole piece in the LA Times where they did a ranking of all the water tastes. What?
Oh, I drank the vodka. No, I'm just kidding.
I also think the vessel in which the water comes out of affects
What a
the taste.
beautiful word.
Vessel.
Yeah, it's so ambiguous while descriptive.
Blood vessel.
Yeah, well, that's
Beautiful.
more descriptive. But a vessel itself, like your vessel, is that your body? Is it your soul? Is it your essence? Your vessel. But I know what you mean.
I feel like you're wrong, but vessel is not a nice word.
Okay.
It makes me think of blood vessel. It makes me think of like the submarine that exploded.
Sure. Everyone has their traumas.
Yeah.
Everyone fills in their vessels with their own perceptions.
Do you?
Of course, I'm talking about your mind vessel.
Ew, it's not a mind vessel. What is that, my head?
Your mind vessel, your thoughts. You never heard somebody say, that's a good idea. You got a really special mind vessel.
Do you think water tastes different? Because I do.
Yes, I do. Because water is different. Water isn't just H2O. It's the minerals. It's the acidity level. There's so much to it. And the truth is, if I could choose my water, I would choose a natural spring. Not for reasons of taste, not for reasons of safety comfort, but just so I could get the proper electrolytes that I need so I could hydrate myself the most efficiently. And that's why I chose Perfect Hydration. Hi, my name's Rick GLASSMAN. And I didn't just drink this. I bought into the company. I own a 20% share of this water.
That would be a really large amount of owning the company.
Oh, yeah. We call it H2 owning. And I am 20% richer than I was 3 seconds ago because our stock keeps shooting up.
It's a publicly traded company that has stock?
Nah, it's a mind vessel joke. It's what I'm saying is the stock, the support for it. I mean, listen. 3 days ago, we sold our 10 millionth can.
I don't feel like you know anything about water. And like...
Oh, you really? Do you want to talk about electrolytes?
Yeah.
Do you want to talk about minerals? Do you want to talk about sea salt? Do you want to talk about sodium? You want to talk about how these fucking corporations are shoving down our throat? First, fat is bad. Then salt is bad. And then sugar is bad. No. Fucking poison is bad. Salt isn't just good, it's necessary. It's why our body craves it. But you're using it preservatives and you're just using simple table salt and you're not using it from the sea with all 26 minerals that are needed, not just to hydrate our body, but to literally live.
I just don't understand what woman is attracted to this.
Look how fucking hot this fucking chick is.
I know there's something, I'm like worried about her. You're so like... not cool at all.
Whatever, man. You are a vessel.
No,
and you are entitled to fill it up with however much mud you want, skater girl.
The V word. Okay? Look, dude, what I literally
Because I'm kind. Because I'm interesting. Because I'm funny, and most importantly, because I get off watching those I love thrive. And if that means I have to be the ones to carry them up the mountain, by all means, boy, will my arms be tired. Because there's nothing more than I love than being loved, unless you add being loved by somebody who you don't just care about, who you're just not attracted to, but who you think, geez, if she could see herself the way I see her, the only top is the end of the Milky Way, because she is the greatest. And that makes me feel good about myself, not because I snagged her, not because I have the friends that I have or the family that I have. I didn't do that. I was blessed.
You
with it.
literally haven't said anything smart about water, and you fucking are acting like a water expert, and you're going on these monologues about salt and about love and friends, and you don't know fucking shit about water. So we should just change the subject, because I know more about water than you, and you're clearly embarrassed to admit that you can't tell the difference between how water tastes, and that's fine, but just accept it.
May I?
You may.
First, let me say I'm proud of you. And now, let me let you in on a little secret about a vessel. The dragon within your vessel is what you just found, your own fire. Now, by water, I don't hear water or electrolytes, which is very smart and true about what water is.
Whoever is listening to this is literally getting like...
water being liquid, like
podcast-
a water in a glass. Like Bruce Lee said, we as people mustn't be hard like stone that could break, but fluid like water, so we can mold and shift. If there is a crack, it doesn't stop it, it bleeds through it.
I literally feel like I'm on
You
mushrooms
became
listening
water,
to you.
and I am proud of you. Look at you. I feel like if I go like this, look at the jiggles. You are water. And if you think that the number one factor in water isn't its pH levels, its minerals, and its cleanliness, then you don't understand fluoride and fucking public water and how things are being cleaned.
So then what's your favorite water?
My favorite water, King, is a natural spring water. I answered you.
Well, why?
Water, why? Water, why is because it gives me the electrolytes I need. It has the minerals. It's fresh.
Wait,
it's not processed, and I trust it because our species, and I'm being kind by putting you in the running for this. Our species learned to survive from running stream and creek water.
You should really do slam poetry. I think.
Dude. My eye is an apple for the city to rest. My thirst is in a grapple from my bosom to my breasts. I find empathy and love and strength and honor, but nothing defies gravity more than my late grandfather. He passed away from esophageal cancer, but the real gas in his throat was pain. For omission, pessimism, and drought, you could hate yourself all you want, but what kills you is the shame.
I don't know if that's talent. Like, I'm pretty sure it's not.
Yeah, then what is it?
It's like something different than talent.
That's fair. I do think I'm very talented.
You are.
I wouldn't say that would be the party trick.
It's something different than what talent is, but it's not exactly.
Try telling me something nice about it.
Okay. I thought that was cool that you.
Awesome. Look at that. You know, people don't realize, like, oh, Rick always rags on Esther and it's funny, or Rick rags on Esther and it's mean and I don't like it, but everyone agrees that Esther is nothing. But like, you don't understand. I get this way with certain people. You're one of them because you berate me. You can't give me a compliment. You can't say anything nice without making it be like, oh, I'm glad you've gotten funnier.
No.
You are, and I'm going to tell you something that most people won't agree with because they didn't see the origin story. You're bully Esther.
That is so not true.
Sorry. I thought you were going to hit me. Oh, no, Esther, I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. Don't hit me. Oh, cool. You bursted out of your Monday birthday cake?
What?
Wedding.
Okay, let's go to another question. Because I don't think I don't want to get into it anymore, but I don't really.
Tell me about your water stuff. What I just said was all valid, important stuff.
I'm not really certain what.
I just smelt any thought you might be coming up with.
I'm not really certain that spring water has minerals in it. Like that doesn't, or electrolytes. I don't understand that. But
okay.
I'll look
Electrolytes is just pure salt. proper salt, not iodized, not broken up, just all the minerals that are in actual sea salt.
So wouldn't that be in ocean water?
Sea salt.
Okay, what's a brand that you drink of that? I never had spring water that was salty.
It's not salty. There's minerals in rocks and stuff. You know, it's not all that stuff's not filtered out that way. It's just like salt. But if I'm going to a store to buy a water and I'm forced to get something from a plastic bottle, I usually pick Smart Water. I've been fine with some other ones, and I do find there to be some ones that don't taste great. I don't want to put them on blast because I don't want to express a negative opinion about something like that. I'm in the water business.
Why do you go for Smart Water?
Electrolytes. Drinking water isn't all that hydrates you. It's just the vessel to bring the electrolytes into your blood.
All right, what's the next question?
You got it. Hey, Rick and Esther. This is from Drew, and we're bleeping last names here.
I mean, I didn't say we have to.
No, I don't know. I just feel like, why would you tell us the name? But also maybe
because
it's their email
people's
address.
full names are in their email address, and they just.
But are these how they signed off? I don't know. You know, I'm looking at a document.
Oh,
here.
okay.
I just got so hot, by the way. I'm now with you.
Yeah.
I'm so hot right now. Must have spent 45 minutes with you. Hey, Rick and Esther, I thought a fun idea for the podcast would be bringing your parents on some episodes. Seeing Esther's parents react to how Rick treats her would be a treat. Also, going to coffee shops or restaurants and filming it to see how people would react to your dynamic could be fun. I mean, why not just have us film a whole show? I mean, it's not a bad idea. I also had 2 ideas for your fan club name. The Mad Hatters or Hatters. I was thinking Mad Hatter. I saw Mad Hatters. I don't mind it. In fact, I kind of like it.
I hadn't seen that. I really like that. It makes the most sense. But also, at a certain point, it's like, does every show have a name for their fans? Like, is it too much?
I think it's... Let me finish their thing.
Okay.
If you hate my ideas, feel free to bury them in your backyard like Rosa Parks. Okay. I think that's... Did we talk about Rosa Parks on an episode?
We did. You confused Rosamund Pike and Rosa Parks.
I made a joke. I don't think I really confused it.
Okay.
So, looking forward to many more great episodes. What did they ask again? What was that? What did they say? What were we talking about?
Oh, they said that we should have our parents on.
Fan army names.
And we should film us in the real world, like see how people react to our dynamic.
Yeah, we could go. I could be like this. Let's say get a coffee. Could you pretend to be a barista for a sec, Wolf?
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. What up? It's Rick and Esther, and we're having a time. We're having a time. Say, we're having a time.
We're having a time.
We want to get can I get an iced black coffee?
Yeah, sure.
May I please do you have pistachio milk?
Yeah, we got pistachio milk.
Okay, may I please have an iced cappuccino with pistachio milk?
Got you. You bet.
Thanks.
You. Hope you have a time. Oh, I turn this off. Perfect. We could post this. We could post this stuff.
Yeah.
This is fucking awesome stuff.
Well, I do feel like what that person meant was more just like art. You know, when we go someplace, like when we first got here in the elevator, and you were like
a documentary. They're saying film a documentary.
Oh, is that what?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a short form documentary.
I feel like after this episode, no one is gonna be. No, I'm just kidding. We love it here.
I get. Listen, that's very fair, because I just beat that one up.
What?
You think they won't because I just made a joke about that thing?
Oh, yeah. No, but also I do want to acknowledge that it's hot in here.
Nelly?
I just flew in today. Yeah.
Rick Glassman? Boy, my arm's tired. All right. Hey, guys. I'm Amelia. You could probably keep that in. So happy you guys brought this podcast back. Such a big fan. That's awesome.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
There's more.
Oh.
Fuck Esther. No, I was kidding. I'm 20, living in Louisville, Kentucky.
Hell yeah.
Please come.
Oh, okay. You know,
There's more, but go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, when I first started college, I was a dance major, and like 8 of the girls in my dance program all were from Louisville, Kentucky. And so like they all knew each other, and then I was very left out. And so I would
attic all over again.
Yeah, I would love to like reclaim my relationship with people from Louisville.
Well, you know what? Who are those 8 girls? Let's call them by name, and let's get them on the pod. We should do 2 months. We should do October, November, 8 episodes, all these chicks.
Okay. I actually don't know their names, and I left the dance program like about 6 weeks later.
Oh, what'd you major in? Pastries?
No,
Okay.
you joke, but I know a lot about pastries.
I know. You went to Cordon Bleu, I thought.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize what joke that could be. Honestly,
Okay.
yeah, I know. You made pastries. That's why you're so into scones now.
Now? Okay, just keep going.
Since you went to Cordon Bleu,
Yeah,
since
yeah.
college. Live in Kentucky, and a female who has been getting into situations or relationships with men who are not golden retriever boyfriends.
Oh, fuck. We gotta talk.
More seriously, men who turn out to be creepy and emotionally unavailable. Even as a guy, if my friends or no thanks. Any advice on experiences you guys went through before meeting your current partners? Thanks, friends. Big Keith. Oh no, Big Keith is someone different. This is Amelia.
No, of course. I feel like every girl in their 20s goes through this, and you seem like you're in that age range. So
Why does she seem that way?
because she said she was 20.
It does seem that way.
And then now situationships have been a lot more normalized. Like we have a name for it.
Yeah, I never knew that.
We have delusionships.
Sounds like a cookie. Also sounds like a cookie.
Really?
Delusionship is one of those cookies that you're allergic to peanuts, and they found a way to, with cookie butter and almond butter, to make it taste like peanut butter, and it's called a delusion chip.
Oh, I want a cookie. But I would say that honestly, whoever's being emotionally available or putting you in a situationship, they're the loser. They're the one that is very insecure. They're also, wait, I just thought of something. No, this is really serious.
Oh.
It's really factual. But people who do that are so low self-worth, and they don't feel like they're good enough to be a partner for you. And that's why they have to like become unavailable and like run away from you, because they know they can't like be your guy because they are not good enough. It has nothing to do with you.
You hear that, Amelia? You're the best.
Well, what do you think about what I said?
I have so many thoughts about it that like I'm almost just wanting to let you take it.
No, what are you
'Cause it would
talking about? What kind of response is that?
Do you have an idea of what kind of, in your mind, of what kind of response it is? Because you're judging it before I even got to it.
Yeah, okay, I do. Thank you for asking. It's like it's literally like me being like, I have so much money, but it looks like you got this.
Oh, interesting. You think of thoughts as bragging because you're so stupid.
No, I don't.
No, what I was saying is,
giving an analogy.
this is something I have a strong point of view on.
Yeah, so let's hear it.
And since we're ending the podcast.
We're not ending the podcast.
Well, this attitude we sure will be. What I'm saying is this is something that it could be a whole episode for me to talk on.
Well, let's go.
But
we've had a whole episode of nothing, and you finally have something to say, and you're all gonna fucking say
No,
it.
you know what? I was proud of you last time with the Bruce water shit. This is just you being a little stubborn bitch. Oh, you finally have something to say, Esther? Honest to goodness, next episode, I come down, I sit down. You don't speak unless it's about what you had for lunch until 6 minutes in.
Okay, fine.
You know, I don't remember if I've told you this, but my therapist, guilty, I'm in therapy, and it's why I have so many thoughts on this stuff.
Yeah.
My therapist would always say, how you doing, when I would walk in. And like, I'm about to tell you everything. This feels like the formality that I don't feel most comfortable answering. I said it once in something talking about other social situations. Then she stopped asking how you're doing.
Wait, you told her you didn't want to be asked how are you doing because it felt too casual, or?
I didn't say that I don't want. I was expressing...
Wait, hold on. I literally want to hear this. I swear to God, I want to hear this, and I'm interested in it. I think it's cool, but I just want to point out, imagine you're somebody's therapist, and they're like, and you literally just, they walk in the room, and all you do is say, how you doing? And they're like, wait a second. And then they like have to...
I mean, that's the story I'm telling you.
Okay, keep going. I want to hear.
It's like you read a comic book and then tell your friends, imagine if, and then act out the pictures in the comic as if you didn't see the pictures. They just think there's words.
I don't really follow.
Okay. So there I am. You know me. Rick. Anxious. And talking about just interactions and learning about how I'm being received, and things are newer now. Like, I'm learning that like, oh, I never understood this stuff, and talking about some of the formalities that people do. And one of the simplest ones is when people say, how you doing? And you got to say good, thanks, how are you? And they say good, thanks. And you go, okay, goodbye. And then, but when you see a lot of people, that it just gets overwhelming. I'm not interested. Is it rude when someone says, how you doing? And I don't want to. And then like, how do you figure this out? And it was, I figured stuff out. But she heard me saying that I don't like when you say how you doing. I did clock that she always did it. But in therapy, I was like, I'll tell you. So I was able to be honest.
Okay. But while this is going on, Anthony, will you do one of those clocks like time has passed like millions of years? Like maybe, okay.
What do you think this is, Tyso? We're going to have to start paying him different if we're doing a lot of these.
I love how I do one thing and it's a problem and you do them all the time.
Yeah, careful.
Okay, but I do.
Racist.
If we do, how is that racist? If we had the budget.
Yeah, I was just making a joke, man.
I would add old age makeup to us after in like post edited.
Why? Why not just have us put old age makeup on for an episode?
No.
And we can act like the audience listening to us. Because this is going to be aging me. I feel like 4 years of this, I'm going to look like Obama in 2016.
You might even look like Biden.
Damn, that's even older.
I got you.
But visibly, Abraham Lincoln and Barack Obama are the two that I could picture when you see the before
Lincoln
office and
didn't
after.
even finish. He got killed.
What?
You didn't.
Then the after was insane.
Yeah.
No, but he did a whole bunch of years, dude.
Yeah, but
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I don't understand. Like, you're gonna make an old reference and you're not even gonna hit on Biden. Like, who's?
I did Obama.
Whatever.
I forgot. You hate Obamacares. Oh, that's right. And act like you don't now because of the podcast.
Oh my God.
When Obamacares came out, Esther had a half hour on Obamacares. And the audience's response were, well, I'm glad Obama does because we don't.
There's no S. It's just Obamacare.
There was a whole bunch that they introduced. There were all the Obamacares that they had to choose from.
No, there were not. It was Obamacare.
Oh, yeah.
Never
You know how
heard
it was
anyone
legislated? Absolutely. There was such a negotiation. That's why the Green New Deal came into effect ancillarily. Politics.
Okay. You know what? If you want to know about politics, check out our new show, Rick and Esther Have a Time. It's political. I really want to hear about, though.
Yeah, it seems like you do.
I do.
Oh, then let me tell you.
Are you saying that I genuinely want to know this, that sometimes people ask, how are you doing? And you don't like it?
Correct.
Okay. Can you, like, I understand that, but why, I'm curious, why can't you just be like, I'm good, how are you?
So as I've practiced, I have gotten to the point where I could do that often.
Okay.
But what I don't like about it is it feels disingenuous. And I don't mean this in a moral sense. I mean this in it makes me uncomfortable to be this way. Like I'm playing a character, like I'm masking something and I'm doing it and it's not even my choice. I'm not getting to hide something I'm ashamed of. I'm not like getting to present a version of me that I want people to see. I'm just playing by your rules. And when you say this, I feel now you're obligating me to hold how you doing? Okay, I'll hold this for a second and then give it right back all the time. And it adds up.
But what's the alternative?
The alternative is to recognize, and this is what I figured out on my own, which is when somebody says, how you doing? It's not, I don't have to look at it as me asking them as being disingenuous. I could look at it as they're wanting a form of connection and this is their language. So I'll just speak their language back to them because that's for them.
So let's do one. Rick, how you doing?
There's nuance to this. If it's a friend or like somebody I'm meeting up with, you is different than like when you walk, like you're walking dogs and someone goes, how you doing? And you have to say it back. Or after a show and or just you're at a comedy club or someplace where you know 50 people. And everyone's like, how you doing? How you doing? And it's like, we could just walk by each other. If I was going to walk by you, now how you doing is you're taking me and you're saying, hold my time for a few seconds.
I get it. I'm really sensitive. I don't like interacting with people when I don't want to and when I didn't ask for it. But I will say there is something that's just kind of like, there's something to be said for like, you know, some lonely old guy or girl is walking their dog and they say, how you doing? And it's but
like, that's different. I stop and I talk to people. When I see people that seem like cute to me or like I'm judging this, I don't ever know. I want friends, but like they look like they want a friend or like, what are they doing or what's going on? I'm interested. And I'll ask them and I'll say hello. And I'm like, what is going on? Why are you standing out here? What's going on?
Okay, so is there a solution that you...
Yeah, well, there's two. There's rewriting the public book that people subscribe to without agreeing, which is these formalities when you're doing stuff. And then there is just being okay with subscribing to the world's rules when you step out of the house.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards there, but that is when I have the bandwidth. I don't always. Everyone is sensitive in their own ways. I'm sensitive in certain ways to where it'll drain me so much and I'll be thinking about it so much. And the fact afterwards, I'm thinking about the fact that I had to do that. And if I didn't, it's this and it's a lose-lose. And I'm just like, it's just not worth it. It's why one of the main reasons I started doing bits and why I was so much of a bit machine to where it was too much and still often is, but the origins of it, and I've been able to tone it down, is so many things made me uncomfortable and or confused me or I didn't understand. So I just always do a joke, make it a joke, get a laugh out of it, or be weird. But I chose to be weird because it would be more weird to say, it makes me really uncomfortable when you say how you doing and I don't know what I'm supposed to say to you, so I would like for you not to say that anymore. So instead, when someone says how you doing, I go, I'm good, sir, how are you? It's like, Jesus, he's annoying. And I'm thinking like, I hate that I had to do that. But that was the best version of myself. So there's a little bit of resentment in the fact that like I have more tools now than I did when I was a kid. But the fact that like society's, you don't care how I am.
Ooh.
So why are you asking me?
So you're hurting inside because they don't care about you.
No, it's fine. It's fine that you don't care about me. You don't know me. You don't have. Why are you pretending to care about me? When you go to Trader Joe's, and listen, I get it and more power to them. And it's a fun little thing that they do. And I'm not knocking it. It's their business. But the idea of, you know, when you check out and they're like, hey, you find everything? But man, it's crazy how the first day in like 3 days, no rain, huh? And you're like, I'm sorry you have to do this. I'm sorry you have to ask me questions and improvise with every new customer and be like, whoa, Adidas, are you a soccer fan? And it's like,
I don't think people do that if they don't want to.
That Trader Joe's employees do.
Really?
Yeah. Do you shop at Trader Joe's, Wolf? Do you know about it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
I shop. They don't talk to me at Trader Joe's.
Dude, I once went.
Always talk to me.
They do. And goes to tell you, if Trader Joe's employees aren't enjoying you, then maybe it ain't me. But listen, I was at Menchie's.
Wait,
You've heard of that,
what?
right?
I think now, hold on. There's a few things I have to cover. One,
Sure.
If we're on this topic of conversation, I just want to say Cold Stone, when I order the largest size, I don't need you guys to
When
yell
you order
out.
the larger size, you mean whenever you order?
I don't need you guys to yell out, gotta have it. Also, now that I think about it, I think that they are friendly to me at Trader Joe's and I felt special.
And you know what? If you only feel special because you think people are only doing that to you, you're taking away the power of their kindness. You are special and you don't need people to be nice to you to show you.
There's a lot going on here.
Let me tell you about this Menchie's thing.
Okay.
Because we got to wrap it up.
Okay.
We went to Menchie's. I was with DeWalt and I don't remember who else, but I think Brent Morin. And this was all when we were living in the same building. You could walk to Menchie's and we took our walks and we're having a good time and we're having a good time. We're getting yogurt.
Yeah,
frozen.
time.
The best kind of yogurt. We do the thing, we pay, and then the person behind the register, and obviously they have to say this, otherwise they wouldn't. She goes, have a Menchie day. And John, as we were turning around to leave, but before he fully turned around, went, poor girl, and meant it. And I was like, dude, that's so mean if she heard that. But he really felt like she had to say, she went, oh, have a Menchie day.
Why is that so bad? Like, I think
because what if you're not in the mood to say have a Menchie day, but you have to?
Literally, what are you talking about? We're fucking performers. What if you have a set and you're not in the mood?
But I don't want to have to perform off stage all the time.
You don't.
But you're judging instead of listening. You're judging instead of listening. If you want to have an argument, first understand the point of view because you're judging me instead of understanding it.
I'm judging this
But then ask about it.
I think this take that like people who have to be friendly for work is this like sad, horrible thing.
No, it's not that dramatic. It's not that it's so sad. First of all, it's an analogy. They're at work, so be it. But what I'm saying is you don't literally have to say, I'm good, thanks, how are you? I'm saying you literally have to say, have a Menchie day. So I'm explaining this feeling of obligation that societally, I'm supposed to go through this song and dance with you is analogous to at Menchie's, they say, have a Menchie day.
Okay, fine.
And in real life, when I'm seeing people all the time and I'm always having to, how you doing, how's it going? And if it doesn't bother you, great. I don't think it's bad that you guys do it. What I don't like is that it's often a judgment on my character if I don't want to. I don't want to be obligated every time I meet somebody that I'm not going to work with, I may never see again, to have to shake their hand. And if what's up, man? And if I don't shake their hand, now I'm like, oh, okay, weirdo. Or, he was so rude. He didn't even want to meet me. And it's like, why do we have to touch hands? Touch your hands all you want. Pick up dog poop. Don't wash your hands and then eat a biscuit.
You know
I'm not
what?
talking about you. I'm just saying somebody.
No, it's fine if you were, but this is really, I think that this is a normal thought, right? Like sometimes we're not in the mood to shake hands. I don't love touching everybody. We're post-COVID, even pre-COVID. I get it. But honestly, it's a little bit, what's coming up for me is it's a little bit reminding me of Brody. Like not wanting to touch hands and it being a big deal.
Are you familiar with obsessive compulsive disorder?
Yes.
I have OCD.
Okay.
It's not that dramatic.
With the way it feels dramatic.
Well, you live a life through a vessel of pessimism. And the truth is, when I leave the house now, I'm not going to be, I'll do it. I'll touch. Sometimes it makes sense. And then you already or whatever. I'll just wash my hands before I eat. And when I get home, I wash my hands. Out of my house, I have adapted pretty well to this stuff.
Yeah.
But I still don't forget that when it offers and I succumb to it, it's like, I'll do this because this is what the world is.
Yeah.
But like, I'm going to be judged if I don't. And just constantly knowing mask or be judged.
Yeah.
And I have calculated this enough to where I'm going to be judged either way. I'm not that good at masking. So be it. But to even have to calculate it all the time. Do I do a bit? Do I explain myself? Do I try and be heard? Do I tell this person I'm not interested in this? Do I just smile and, oh, that's a funny story? And I'm not just going through the motions. I'm having so many conversations that I think I'm being rude by pretending that I'm interested in this person. It's going to be ruder to do this. I'm not going to tell them. And then I've developed ways of saying, listen, I'm sorry if I'm going to be a little bit rude. I just want to be honest. This subject isn't working. If you're interested in telling me, I would care. But otherwise, like maybe we could say something else. And it's like, oh, okay. Oh, talk so much. No matter what, I'm thinking, I'm calculating, and I'm just having a time. So I don't want to have to be like, oh, I'm good.
You brought it.
Done.
You brought it back. I do want to ask you though, I've heard Amy Schumer talk about this. I think it was like in a bit or something about how her husband who has autism, she said that like if someone who is boring is talking to them, that she's like admires how he can just literally walk away from the conversation. And do you feel like that is
I do that all the time, but I'm trying to make money. But do I feel like what?
Is that sort of
yes.
in the area of what we're talking about?
We have to wrap this up. We'll finish in 1 minute, but I have to say that I've had this thought before I even had this more awareness of myself. I've always thought, because I see people who are all right, and they're like, but their friends are boring, or people are, so there are people that have boring, like their friends are all boring.
Yeah.
And they know they're boring. They're like, yeah, he's such a good guy. And I just like, how are you guys friends? When you're bored, if somebody can't stimulate you, it doesn't have to make you laugh. If they don't stimulate you, if they're not interesting, if they're not funny, people are okay with boring. I am so not okay with boring.
I'm the same way. But see, Dave argues with me that it seems like that might be a result of us growing up with like chaotic, exciting people or something, because I think a lot of people can tolerate boring.
A lot of people.
But I'm like you, I can't either. And I
if you're not saying anything, like you're just, also, by the way, I want to be clear of this because I want to defend certain energy types. Like there are people that just like come like hanging out and they just sit there and like maybe they'll say something, or they want you to come over to watch something and you guys aren't talking, but they're just good vibes. They're just like nice. There's something about it. It doesn't just mean constantly entertaining energy. It's just like, I think I have a better word than boring, draining.
Oh, that's so,
because you can be boring and actually fill up. So I take that word back.
Draining.
That's,
yes.
And some people, it's just so draining.
Yes.
I understand I could be this to people.
Same. Are you kidding?
So that's why
an actress? Yes.
Well, what are you working on?
No, but I am when I'm with like a group of cool like writer type people, I have to be I'm so in my head and I'm so fucking in my head and insecure and trying to be really self-critical, self-aware. Don't be the annoying actress who like tries to talk too much. I want to be so quiet because I don't want to be the annoying actress at the party.
You know what? But be annoying if that's what you are. And then
it is what I am.
Some of those people at the party are going to be not think it's annoying. Some
Really?
will. You'll gravitate towards those. They'll gravitate towards you. The people that don't like you aren't wrong. Not your cup of tea. But you find your people.
I just think all those people then who I maybe instead of liking.
But what are you getting out of this relationship if you can't show up to it?
I will tell you. I get to sit in the room and they're all making me laugh.
Watch
and
their
having
podcast.
Fun. They don't all have podcasts.
Well, how good are they?
No, I'm like really funny.
I'm not.
people.
I don't really have that point of view that all good people have podcasts. I was just joking. But what I'm saying is,
I see.
what I'm saying is, you are sacrificing your identity and self in order to take. You know, when I grew up, there was a movie store where they had
a movie store,
like a movie rental,
a
place.
Blockbuster.
It wasn't. It was
video store.
A video store. But they had just you know what I'm saying. A generic Blockbuster type. Do you understand? May I move on?
Movie store. It's like comedy store. Like okay.
There was a place where you could rent movies and video games, and they had a section called 18 and over only. And in order to get in, there was these swinging doors. So as a kid, you would want, when somebody was going in or out, you'd want to walk by from the swinging door thing, but then you wouldn't get anything. And I used to think about, what if I army crawl, but I won't make it seem like I'm going under the 18 and over. I'm just army crawling around the whole store, and then I happen to army crawl past the 18 and over only.
Okay,
you know
I like it.
Right.
I like it.
So sure, then I get to see some titties, and you could do that once or twice. But Esther, you're living your life army crawling through a movie store instead of standing up saying, hey, I want to see some tits. I'm going in the room.
But you're under 18.
But you're not anymore. Now we've grown up.
Yeah.
We don't change ourselves to be included. We're adults. So you go into that titty room, and if people are judging you for looking at tits, they're allowed to. Maybe they fucking love Jesus so much that if you look at tits, they're going to think, this is wrong. But guess what? Some people might be like, I fucking love tits. And some people might be like, I'm not a tit guy, but I get it. If there was, corn dogs in there.
So my stories at a party are like tits with corn dogs?
What you're doing is you're 30 years old and you're army crawling through the party, pretending and hiding.
I want to think about this.
Yeah.
I know we have to wrap it up. There's a lot here to be continued, a lot of conversations we've touched on that I want to get to next week for sure.
Let me close it off for now then with a cliffhanger. Fine. There is truth in sometimes you need to just talk less and just do your part, dress a certain way. And sometimes you're allowed to say, hey, I don't want to say how you doing, and you can do whatever you want. The craft of human nature isn't always being yourself or succumbing to other people's comforts. It is water and being fluid and understanding when is it worth it for you and when are you stepping on somebody else's toes.
And that's why Rick owns 20% of pH Perfect Hydration.
And if we had a light bulb above me that was a good idea, we would call it an electrolyte. My name is Rick Glassman, and as always,
my name is
and have a time, Rick and Esther, have a time. This is
Sweet 6 will apply.